Hello everyone, my name is Raviraj Ramchandra Devte. I am studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Topic: Testing of hypothesis, level of significance, and test of significance. Hypothesis testing, a comparison guide. Welcome to this comparison exploration of the hypothesis testing. We will delve into the fundamental principle, explore the diverse application, and equip with you the knowledge to confidently interpret it and draw a meaningful conclusion from the data analysis. Join us as we unveil the power and particularity of hypothesis, testing a consultative of evidence-based decision making. Defining the null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis. The null hypothesis is represented as Q, often stating that there is no number of significance difference or relation between variables. It is served as bylines assumption. Alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis purpose of changing or effective challenge a null hypothesis. It was we aim to demonstrate through our analysis. Types of hypothesis test. One trial and two trial. One trial test is the test for the specific direction of effect, increase or decrease. It focuses on the one tile of the distribution. Two-tailed test. Test for the difference or effective regardless of the direction. Exam examines both the tails of the distribution. Level of signification, understanding alpha and p-value. Significance level, the maximum probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when its true typically set 0.05 indicates 5% of risk of making false positive error. P-value, the probability of observing the result obtained from the data amusing the null hypothesis is true. A lower power p-value indicates the strong evidence against the null hypothesis. Test statistic calculation and interference calculation. Tests are calculated using specific formula based on the type of hypothesis is test and the data distribution. These statistics quantify the observed difference or relationship. Interpretation. The test statistic is compared to critical value P if the test statistic is fall within a critical region or the p-value is below the significance level, we are rejecting the null hypothesis. Parametric and non-parametric test. Parametric test assume a data flows specific distribution. Example, normal distribution. They are more powerful but require a retain assumption about the data. No parametric test. Don't don't really on assumption about the data distribution. They are less powerful but more flexible for the data that may not be meet parametric test requirement. Self selecting the appropriate testing for producing data type. Consider a nature of the data and continuous categorical or ordinal. Research questions. What are the trying investigation difference between the groups and relation between the variables or trends over the time? Sample size. Large generally proved more reliable. Regime maybe allow the parametric test, small sample required a non-parametric methods. Type 1 and type 2 errors. Implement, implementation and consideration. Type 1 error. Rejecting the null hypothesis one when it is true. Risk is controlled by significance level. Type 2. When fall, failing the rejecting null hypothesis when negative. Risk is by simple sample size. Interpreting test result and drawing the conclusion. Statistical significance. If the p-value is below the significance level, we reject in the null hypothesis and conclude that there is evidence for the alternative hypothesis. Practical significance. Consider the magnitude of the effect and statistically significant the result may not be practical, meaningful, depend on the content text. Limitation. Acknowledge any limit of the study size, base, or data collection methods. Real world example and case study. Clinical trials evaluating the effectiveness of new drugs or treatments. Marketing search. Assigning the consumer preference and marketing trends. Engineering. Testing the reliability of the product and performance. Thank you.